Last episode, we built the player base. In addition to including another player minifigure, some custom armor decals and villager decals, and even a custom horse build, we also expanded on our village module from episode 2. The module itself looks kind of empty on its own, but it fills in an important space in the world, and it really wraps up this corner nicely. Today we're jumping over to the other side of the world to construct perhaps the most significant expansion of the water feature in this world by building a mushroom island. There's no time to waste on this module, so let's get to it. It's time for a classic 32x48 stud module. This one's going to be terrain heavy, as you can probably guess, but actually the hardest part of creating this one was probably the foundation. The entire module is built on a water base, which is one stud lower than the rest of the world. The very literal water foundation itself was easy to create, yes, but the island was more difficult, mainly because everything had to be slightly more elevated than I normally make it in order to compensate for the water being lower than a regular block. If that makes any sense, which it might not, but whatever, because I know what I mean and that's the important part. When you hear Mushroom Island, your mind probably doesn't go straight to mountainous terrain, but in reality, some of these islands can get up to 30 blocks above sea level. I made sure to elevate the island in the back. Not nearly as significantly, but enough to pull off the desired effect. I actually became very conflicted over the right color to use for the mycelium because I felt the medium lavender was a bit too vibrant, but the dark bluish gray was too dull. I settled for the lavender just because I'd rather go a bit too vibrant on this thing. It is Lego after all, and I'd rather exaggerate a feature than have to dampen it. And honestly, after comparing the two, I think it was the right choice. The giant mushrooms weren't too difficult to create, at least the dark tan one wasn't. The red one required a lot of snot techniques, but again, it wasn't that difficult. After that, all I had to do was sprinkle around a bunch of regular old mushrooms and boom, the island was done. However, we still had to populate this place, and we had to add some mushrooms. The mushroom cow headprint doesn't exist in stud.io, so I copied the Lego one and imported it myself. Then I had a genius idea. I should include a brown mushroom cow. After all, this is something that Lego haven't done yet, so it'd be another exclusive mob to my world. Oh, come on. Yeah, they announced this set about 2 days after I recorded this. I mean, the new wave looks awesome, including this set, but seriously, they had to steal my idea? Whatever. Hey, at least mine uses light nougat instead of tan for the brown cow's white spots. Anyways, now the main module is done, but I figure we should just attach the module in this episode anyways. Honestly, I'm not going to waste your time or mine by explaining this module and how it was made or whatever. This is the module. I copied and pasted a tree from the adjacent snowy taiga and popped it in. Oh, and by the way, I added purple water around the module. And now we're done for real. With 3 episodes left in this series and a giant 2x2 chunk gap in the middle of the world, you may wonder what's to come. Well, you're in luck because I'm about to do a series of transition modules in preparation for the final module, which will be a mountain. There is yet one more poll for this series, and it's posted in my community tab now. The Lush Caves is clearly in the lead, but not by too huge of a margin, so if you want to sway the vote for the Trial Chambers or the Deep Dark, go vote now. I'm probably going to take the winning vote and build it by this weekend, but we'll see. Anyways, that's it for my rambling. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next week. It's rendering time, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.